So today we're going to take a look at 3 key mistakes you're making when it comes to increasing your speed. And you shouldn't take my word for it. I've invited Carsten from the Tanner Speed Academy, who is, frankly, the best there is.
Right.
It's going to be good. Let's go. All right, so the 3 mistakes we're going to talk about today is how you move your arms, your hip extension, and how you place your feet.
Yeah.
So if you start with the arms,
Yeah.
like what's the mistake? I mean, I guess you move your arms, that's it, right?
The arms are actually like a motor for the feet.
Okay.
Why? Because if I take a step with the right foot, I need the left hand. If I take a step with the left foot, I need the right hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's always right with the left, left with right.
Sure.
So when my arms are slow, then logically also my feet are getting slower. So I need my arms to get the momentum, to get the energy. So therefore it's really, really important to move our arms fast.
Right.
But if we are moving like this, as we sometimes see it with some of the players, the problem is then the energy is moving to the outside, and the upper body starts rotating. And then you're losing the speed in the direction you want to go. And also when my upper body is rotating, then also my legs start moving. And if I want to kick the ball, if I want to pass the ball at full speed, I need the precision. So hip extension means that this part of our body is coming into a full stretch, because then I can be more powerful when I accelerate, but also when I'm at full speed, when I'm running, when I'm in a higher position, then it's going to be easier. So therefore, the hip extension, that we're not coming into this sitting position where the hip is in this position, so I'm falling forward with my upper body, and that we see very often when somebody is accelerating, that the first step they're falling into this position, and then it's going to be difficult to move forward.
So basically the mistake is leaning too much forward.
Exactly, that we're falling forward instead of pushing the hip forward as you would like to do it in acceleration.
Okay, so arms, hips, and then there's foot placement. I mean, you put one foot ahead of the other, right? And you do it really fast, and then you go like this. How can you make a mistake?
It's not that easy. The thing is that we want that our foot is landing exactly under our body so that we can push forward. When I put my foot down on the ground, I want to be able to push the ground away so that my body moves forward. If I'm landing, I can take the line here. If I'm landing in front of my body, I cannot push back, right? Now I'm pushing into the air, into the ground, and now first my body falls, and then I'm also coming into this position with the hip extension. So therefore, when I'm landing under my body, it's an easy move forward.
Right. So that's basically the theory behind it, what you are doing wrong. But in order to actually fix what you're doing wrong, you have some drills for us. And you're not going to fix it overnight, I'm going to be honest here, but at least it's a start to try and get rid of some of those bad habits that you're doing, right? So what do? Arms.
We do some drills.
Good.
So the first one, because the arms and the hip extension we can do actually in one drill. So when we do this, that you're bouncing with both feet in the air, you lift one knee, then you're landing on both feet, bouncing up and lifting the other knee. Exactly. So you do like...
So like basically...
Yes. Good. Yes. Very good.
And it's important that I land on my toes, right?
Exactly. That the heels is never touching the ground.
Yeah.
So, and that's what the thing is about this warm-up, that you do everything that you want to do when you're running in the game. So you're only on the front part of your foot. You're stretching your hip. You're using your arms in the way that you want them to use.
But it's like I'm running just upwards instead.
Exactly.
A little bit.
And actually, when you would stop the video, when you're in the air, in this position, that would be exactly the same position we would do when we are accelerating. The important thing here is, as you did now, that your arms are close to your body, that you're not like this, because then also here your upper body would start rotating, and you don't want that. So therefore it's a perfect move.
So the second drill.
We call it stalk. Here, the main focus is that you're landing with your foot under your body.
Okay.
So when you put your knee up, you pull your foot a bit forward, and then you push it down. Okay. So really quick.
Like a horse.
Exactly. And then you have this little bit of a, you can call it a kind of a marching hop. Up. Yeah, use your arms. Good. Stop.
That feels ridiculous.
It feels ridiculous because there is a little bit of a thing. Now, when you're landing with your foot, you're jumping backwards with the same foot. But I want, when you're landing, the same foot makes a hop forward. Look at my feet, exactly. When I'm doing it, forward, forward. You see, what you really want to do is landing, push forward. Yes.
I should work on that.
No, but as I said, it comes with doing.
Yeah.
Okay? The more often you do it, the better, the easier it is. So in this one, you would now, from this position with both feet, you're jumping one row back and then two forward. And when you're jumping forward, I want you to jump as high as possible, because you look now when you're in this position, and then you would stretch the entire body. Exactly.
Okay, so we're loading the spring. Boom.
Exactly.
Okay, on my toes. Boom.
Yes. Good. You did really well because you had a very light foot. Landing and bouncing up.
Okay.
And you did also very well that you were coming into a stretch position, because you see really, the moment I'm pushing up from my feet, my whole body gets stretched. Yes, very good. Excellent. Good one, really good. We're teaching now the muscles to use those muscle fibers we need for an explosive move.
Right.
We call them the fast twitch fibers. So you try to activate them, to recruit them as quick as you can. And that is perfect with the plyometric.
So basically what I'm doing here, despite me going up, I'm teaching my body to be explosive when I go forward.
Yes. And I want you to go as high as possible, not as long as possible, because when you're going long, most likely you will not fully extend your hip. You will only do it when you go as high as possible.
So my friends, basically summing it up, maybe you're making the mistake of going like this with your arms. You might also be making the mistake of not fully extending your hip, and maybe you're also making the mistake of not placing your feet under your body when you're sprinting. But as Carsten just told us, there are ways to fix that, and hopefully this video will have helped you do just that. At least it's a start towards becoming a faster footballer. Carsten, as always, thank you so much for your insights, your help, your tutelage. If you want more insights from Carsten, we've made a lot of videos now. There's a full playlist right down there. Of course, if you need new football boots to help you feel faster, you can get that in the link to Unisport right over there. If you're new here, you haven't subscribed to the channel yet with the notifications on, go and do that. And with those words, I think I have some work to do. So signing off, cheerio.